Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So I meant to post a video, was it Wednesday? Yeah, because the oil filter finally came in, so I did the 7,500 mile oil change for the Kawi Vulcan S. During that video I was also going to kind of talk about my thoughts and opinions about it. And, well, if I had to go back and make that decision again, would I buy the Kawi Vulcan S? Well, let me sum that last part up. By itself, I absolutely would. This bike has been an amazing little bike. It definitely leans toward more beginner friendly, which is not a bad thing. But still, it's one of those even though it's more of a beginner friendly bike, it's still everything I've wanted to do with it / have done to it. It's been pretty easy. The only thing that kind of gave me a headache at first was the whole trailer situation. I figured out with that was actually just more due to the fact of I was still trying to use the stock bolts, which were not as strong as I needed because I needed a bolt that could stand a little bit more of a torque, a little bit more torque behind it, so it would actually be able to hold the trailer hitch still. Because there's a little bit of play at each little slot in the slots, just because, mainly the slots that I drilled, just because, I was drilling through 1/4 inch thick steel. That stuff did not want to budge. So I had to kind of do a little bit of a double drill and then just widen it and then connect the holes, file it out. But yeah, no, after I literally just kind of switched to stronger bolts, it was working fine. Did have to end up getting rid of the trailer. And it was primarily coming down to it costing a little more to have it than I had initially thought. And that was just because it's like, I thought I could just park the trailer down at some part of the apartment complex I was living at. And, it's not nobody parked down there anyways, so I should have been fine, right? Nope, they didn't like that. Either I needed it to remove it from their property or have it connected to the motorcycle all the time. So I started looking at storage units, and that's when I realized, just because of, at the time, not really having much funds, but having enough just to get by. So it just came down to the fact of, sorry trailer, it was fun while it lasted. Now, don't get me wrong, I do plan on doing another trailer, but this time I am going to be making more of a teardrop style, and I will be videoing that journey along the way. This time though, I'm waiting until everything is good, and I know, I have the funds for this, or a place to store it, or all the little questions and annoyances that come along with some things. Let me see. Some of the other things about the Vulcan S is things that originally came on its stock that I didn't like. I have been able to switch. For me, I don't like foot pegs that much. Personal. So I switched to floorboards. Problem solved. Well, because I have floorboards are easier to do with the heel-toe shifter, in my opinion. And so, boom, fix that problem with the shifter. Next is, there's two things that I haven't been able to change up just yet, which is going to be the handlebars and the seat. With the seat, it more comes down to the one I want is pricing. And it's the Mustang squareback seat. And it's one of those that the rider seat alone is, I want to say, $485. Ouch. Passenger seats, I want to say it was a little bit less than $300, so that one makes a little more sense. But that's still for rider and passenger seat, which I would get because, I mean, the fiance rides on the back occasionally. Not too much, but occasionally. So I'd want it to at least, I want the whole thing so it can look uniform. And also with the square back seat for the passenger, it's about, it's wider and about twice as thick as most of the other passenger pillions out there for the Vulcan S. Which is one of the kind of complaints I have about the Vulcan S, is that the passenger seat's so small. Well, unfortunately the only option out there is for an expensive one. So I am saving for that still. The one that looks like it's going to happen sooner will be the fact I'm looking at getting some 13-inch ape hangers to run on the Kawasaki Vulcan S. Kind of doing a little bit of research first, make sure, because there's a couple videos out there about people already doing that. So I'm going to kind of look into some of those and see what they use. I know most people out there are actually only really rocking the, oh god, I forget the size, but there are the Indian Scout Bobber mini apes, is what most people get because it's just easiest to match that to the Vulcan S. But I'm kind of looking at some different ones. Let me see. What else is there? It's kind of about it with the Vulcan S. I've really enjoyed it. It's been a real fun bike. It's one of those that if I'm able to when I look at upgrading, because I mean I'm going to eventually, but not obviously right now. But when I do, I am more leaning towards trying to get it to where I can actually keep the Vulcan S, lighten it a little bit for the lady, and give it to the lady so she can start riding. The reason I say lighten it a little bit is because with everything I have on it, it does weigh about 600, and last time I did the weigh, which was when I was doing the trailer build, it was about 663. So I'd like it to be able to where I can push that and give that to her, but time will tell with that. I guess that's kind of it with the Vulcan S officially. I mean, love the bike, great bike. Whatever I've wanted to do with it, I've been able to. So, I mean, no complaints here. Now, actually, a little bit of a update in the personal, though, is I've officially decided that I am going to be going back to school, trying to get my higher education. Hence the reason, actually, you might notice that the video kind of looks a little different in the lighting, the picture, all that. That's because I'm actually going back to school for photography and film. Just because I want to get better with picture editing and all of that, because I do want to do freelance photography, but not many places will allow you to come work their events unless you do have some kind of piece of paper to say, I'm certified to do this. And I mean, with that, like I said, it also falls into the fact that, I'll be able to actually work a little bit on getting my videos looking better, higher quality videos, because the program I'm looking into is more of a trade school. And with the enrollment, they're going to be sending me a little starter package, which is going to include like some new camera equipment, all that kind of stuff. So this video is actually being recorded on my Canon Rebel T1i. I want to say this was launched back in 2008. And it's a 15.5 megapixel DSLR camera. One of the big reasons I'm kind of going and starting to use this now for some of the videos, or I'm going to start using this for some of the videos, is with the new camera that I'm getting, it has the same pixel sensor size as the GoPro. So I'll be able to actually get relatively higher quality videos, because GoPros are great and everything, and I'm going to continue to probably use GoPro, just because with the Hero 12 and 13, with their Bluetooth compatibility, they're a little bit more compatible with being able to connect my cheaper Cardo Spirit to the GoPros, but Insta360 I wouldn't be able to, because I have such a cheap headset. And also I think because it's Cardo, I don't think, I think they only have like one Cardo, maybe two. I want to say, as far as I know, last time I looked, only the Cardo Pack Edge was compatible with the Insta360 Ace Pro. I don't feel like, I've already spent, because I got the 2-pack for me and the lady, and only ended up spending, I think it was like $150-$160 for two, with the full setup and everything. And why would I want to go now and drop, I want to say Pack Talk Edge, not at the time of this video, but when I was looking at all of that, was about $300, give or take. I'm kind of broke and I don't have that kind of money to throw around just yet. Because there's a bunch of, I'm still kind of looking for a little part-timer job. That way I can actually look at being able to save more to be able to actually get on those trips like I want to do. Like I want this channel to become. Because with those trips, not only would it be for the YouTube channel, sorry, the camera actually can only record for a certain length of time and then it'll shut off, so don't worry about any kind of little gap thing. That's what happened. But no. With being able to finally be able to spend the money on travel and go on those trips for the channel due to these videos and have more videos on the channel, I'm also going to be doing those trips so I can go out and get the photography, capture those pictures I really want, so that I can share them with y'all and the rest of the world. To the points of, I'm hoping, goal one is to be able to actually book 2 to 3 trips a year. Goal 2 would be able to actually buy the printers I need. I only technically would need one, however I want to get 2 of them so I can actually do a little bit more. But so I can actually do my own prints and stop using print-on-demand style selling sites to sell my photography. Because with those, you don't actually make much money off those. I think the most I'll ever make off of one picture is some of the more expensive ones. I'll make maybe $20 off the picture. The other reason I want another one of the printers is I want to actually start doing DTF prints for the channel, so that I can start making shirts and stuff like that. And as the photography gets on, I would like to actually. That's another reason I'm going to school, is so that I can do some better Photoshop editing without having to go out, pay somebody else to do it. That I can, make this channel and the photography investing in themselves, and only me, and if I have anybody ever come help with anything, they would get compensated too. But that way it is just kind of me, and whoever actually is involved in the process eventually is making money. Not, this company's making money, and here's you a little bit because it was your picture, but yeah, we did the print and everything, so. But yeah, that's kind of it for this video. Thank you guys for staying and watching. And until next time, stay safe.